Good afternoon and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We're here today with Rich and Blaidd. What we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is Blaidd's ability to understand and respond to his obedience commands, the correction and the motivations that we give the dogs when we're working with them, and the training equipment that we're using. Rich is using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and he keeps the bulk of the leash folded neatly in his right hand. That leaves the left hand free to give the correction, and the only correction that we give is a little tug and let go on the training collar, and that is the second piece of equipment that we're using. Blaidd is going to come home fitted with his very own training collar, and you'll be taught how to use that during your follow-up training session. Now, if you notice, your dog is sitting very nicely at Rich's left, which is where all of our obedience training is done. And the first exercise that we want to demonstrate for you is heeling. Heeling is proper walking on the leash, and the command is Blaidd heel.
Blaidd heel.
Now at this point, Blaidd has a job to do. His job is to stay even with Rich's left leg, not forging ahead or lagging behind, and each time that Rich stops his feet, he's been taught to sit automatically without being told to wait for his next command. So this makes walking your dog in the neighborhood a pleasure. He's not distracted, he's not lunging out, he's not dragging you off your feet, and if you stop to talk to a neighbor or cross traffic, he's sitting nicely at your left and waiting for his next command. And the next command that we're going to demonstrate is the stay. The stay is a hand and a voice command, and it is a one-word command. The sit stays are meant to help to develop attention span and focus and maturity. When Rich returns back to his dog, he will walk all the way back around him, returning back to heel position, back where they started, and at this point, Blaidd gets a little pat for praise, and he expects to get another command, and they take off heeling again. And remember, with your sit stay, you can practice that right in your living room as you see us doing here in the puppy playroom. You don't have to go outside. It should be a part of your regular everyday. Rich leads him in another stay. He's anticipating a different command. Now this time, instead of returning back to him, and by the way, your long sit stays are for 1 minute, working up to 3 minutes. Rich is going to use his name and a happy voice and call him.
Blaidd, come. Good boy.
And he should come right in and he should sit. And that eliminates him coming and jumping all over you. And then he returns back to heel. We always start and end at the same spot, with the dog on your left sitting nicely. Rich will leave him again in another sit stay. Go out to the end of the training leash.
Blaidd, come.
He uses his name. He talks to him on the way in to encourage him to come, and then he sits nicely in front and then sits again. Perfect. Now we're going to demonstrate for you your down commands, and there are 2 of them. The first one, with your dog seated at heel position on your left, you use the open flat of your palm straight down toward the ground and the one-word command to down. And then if you're going to leave him, you have to tell him stay. Your long down stay when you're practicing at home should be for 3 to 5 minutes, and you can practice this right in your living room again. When Rich returns back to him, he will walk all the way around him just as he did on the sit stay for an additional distraction, gives him a little pat for praise, and heels him out of that. We'll demonstrate that down from a heel one more time. And it shows that a big dog can be worked in a small space indoors.
Down.
And that's what this is all about.
Stay.
His house manners, his people skills, all of those things.
Blaidd, come. Good boy.
He's distracted by the good smells in the puppy room.
Good. Blaidd heel.
Nice sit and back to heel. Very good.
Good boy.
And now we're going to demonstrate the down from a distance, and this is a little bit harder command. You're going to always have your dog seated before you attempt to put him into a down, so Rich leads him in a sit stay.
Down.
Uses his right hand to give the command and drops him into a down from 6 feet away. Perfectly done. Now we've demonstrated for you the heel, your automatic sit, the stay, the down from a distance, and the come. These are the exercises that you're going to put together in a drill form and work along with your video. He's come a long way. We've enjoyed having him, and thank you for choosing Nora's Dog Training Company.